Do, 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 do. It's going live. The funny thing is, right, every time I go live, it creates this like little circle, when you go live. And I don't know if I'm live yet or if I'm not live. When am I live? I think I'm live now. Yep, it looks like it. So anyway, hey everybody. My name is Keith Leveson. I'm a local realtor. I also run a local lifestyle brand called, wrong side. Isn't it beautiful? My Great Orlando. Thank you. So yeah, I run a local lifestyle brand, and Carolyn is like the bomb community influence, whatever you want to call her. She works so hard for us, so we got her with us today. Yeah, right? So today, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you've seen our other videos, I feel sorry that you came back. No, I'm joking. I'm glad that you're all back here. Today we're going to talk about things we wish our parents taught us. Now, before we start, I got the comments open. Feel free to throw in things that you guys wish your parents would have taught you. This is just kind of stuff that me and Carolyn came up with. And it's funny because I think this all came about from a conversation we had. And you were telling me about a friend of yours, and it was funny because as you were telling me about a friend of yours, it made me think of a friend of mine. So I have a friend who didn't know that Chicago was not a state. They thought Chicago was a state. And I was like, oh, I think that's something you wish your parents would have taught you before you left home, because that is not, I know all my states, including Chicago. That's kind of embarrassing, but, what was the one you mentioned?
I don't remember, but I'm thinking I think one of my sisters was moving out or something. I remember that's how I got the idea of it. And she was talking about how we didn't remember, or she never knew that you had to buy like your own toilet paper or something. And like once you move out, you think about rent, but you don't think about things like toothpaste or toilet paper or like things like the other necessities. And so that was where the idea kind of came from. Like, I wish my parents would have told me this.
That's so true. It kind of makes me think of when I first moved out. Like, I don't think I really realized that I needed to clean my house. So like my house was like, I thought, oh, a quick sweep and a little, touch up here and there was enough. I don't know if that's a guy thing or if something my parents need to teach me. But the funny, what's up, Teddy? That
Sorry.
that's the coolest cat in the entire world. Also the meanest.
Camera.
um, but yeah, so I remember like I did not really know I had to clean my house. And when I had my wife, Emma, at that time my girlfriend, come over, she was like, "Your house is disgusting. This is gross. I am not touching anything in this house." Somehow I still tricked her to marry me. But anyway, so what, you know, now that we're like kind of, we picked on some people, what are things that you wish your parents would have taught you? Is there anything you can think of?
Yeah, I know earlier you were talking about the car stuff, and I think for me, like changing a tire is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I'm used to calling like dad, so changing a tire afterwards was one of the big ones I wish, or like putting air in your tires.
Have you changed? Wait. Okay, hold on. I I was okay with change a tire because I know a lot of people. But when you were like, like put air in a tire, I'm
No,
just curious.
no, I did not.
Wait, hold up. But when you imagine that process of putting air in a tire, like all I can imagine Is Carolyn like trying to blow into the tire and
It's
inflate
really
it?
true. It's true.
It's so crazy.
It's one of those things where unless you're like told, it's like vehicle registration. I remember I got pulled over. I got pulled over once, the very first time after I had moved out for it, and I was like, "You have to do that?" Like, I never knew that.
That's hysterical. Well, like, so in my family, right, which I know is complete opposite of you guys, to a degree, but like no one cooked. Like nobody cooked in my family. So I thought I was like the bee's knees. Yes, because I was born in 1920. So I still use like sayings from 1920s. But I thought I was the bee's knees because I knew how to make scrambled eggs. That was like, I was the bomb. But I wish my parents would have taught me how to cook other things. Like, you know, um, because once you move out, surviving on the dollar menu at Wendy's and McDonald's, because like that's all I did. I'd just go to McDonald's and Wendy's and I'd like do their dollar menu because I didn't know how to cook. And funny enough, when we were kids, this made me think of it, and I know this is, well, maybe it is. Um, so when we were kids, we ended up burning down our kitchen because we started a grease fire, and we didn't know you're not supposed to throw water on a grease fire. It makes it worse. And all of a sudden, the entire kitchen went up in flames. Yeah. So that's something else I wish my parents would. They probably wish they would have taught me. They'd still have a kitchen. All right. Somebody said they wish their parents would have taught them to make a proper salad. That's awesome. Like that's hysterical. Because they said the toppings that they put on a salad are all the toppings that should go on a hamburger, not a salad. So I'm imagining they're throwing what, tomatoes and pickles on a salad? Is that what they're doing?
I mean, I like pickles and tomatoes, so I don't
You
know.
would eat that?
No, I don't know about all
Nah,
that.
I don't either. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. What else you got? What other things you wish your parents would have taught you?
Let's see. Oh no, this guy. Um, Carlin was definitely the big one I always remember. Um, things about rent. What else did we talk about?
I don't know. Were your parents, did any of your like parents or grandparents, were they good at sewing?
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that.
Cause like
Yeah.
during COVID, my clothes are jacked. I got holes in all my socks basically at this point, and I don't even know. Like I'd want to patch things up. Like I have buttons falling off of clothes, and I want to sew them back on, but I have no idea what to do.
That's actually a really good one. Aria, my daughter, just got guinea pig,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to. Long story short, they had like I've been sewing all their stuff for like their bedding, and that's a really good one because my grandmother, of course, mommy always, she sews and stuff, but it was never taught to me, and that was another one that I was like, I wish they would have shown me. I had to like learn myself this week.
And isn't it like, I don't know, I tried learning and I find it insanely frustrating um, to try and sew. Every time, because it, like, I can never get the thread to stay in like a straight line. It always comes out crooked and all messed up. Um, Other things like I thought about too. My mom was really good at growing stuff. I, I can't grow anything. I can't grow a tomato, a pepper. Supposedly, potatoes are like the easiest thing in the world to grow, and somehow I killed them all. Um, okay, we got another comment. They said they wish This is probably a good COVID one too. How to cut hair. Like during COVID, I'm fortunate. I mean, there's not too much going on up there, but um, my dad, funny enough, my dad has a lot of his hair. Um, but he has these wings that are like starting to come out because his hair is getting so long. But the crazy thing is, it's not growing downward. It's just growing out. And I get worried if a strong wind comes by, he'll blow away and we'll never see him again. So
I just thought about your dad, and I was like, he does have a lot of hair.
he does. I have no idea how he got all the hair and we're stuck. Me, both me and my brother I think my brother's more bald than I am. But yeah, neither of us have hair. Um, I looked online and they had some interesting things that they wish their parents, people said they wish their parents would have taught them. And I'm going to hit you with these, and I'm curious what you think, all right? Um, One, decisions should not be based on money alone.
That's a deep one.
Right?
Yeah, that's deep. I think growing up seeing your parents kind of hustle a lot and work a lot, you would think that. So it's important to also instill that. That money isn't the only thing in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's a deeper one.
Yeah, right. But what kind of it made me think about, because like back in like my previous professions, marketing and interpreting, I trained a lot of people over the years. And one thing I'd always tell them is jobs are not just about the money. Your employment is not just about the money. You have to look at it as a whole experience. Is the employer cool if you ask for time off because a family emergency came up? You might be getting more money, but that company might not give you any time off. You know, for things like that. So stuff like that, I think, is really important.
Yeah. Speaking of money, retirement
Oh,
savings, definitely something.
yeah. At this point in time, I think I got like $2 in a 401k somewhere. Um, you know, and I think that was from some job I held before. I don't even know what's going on in it. Um, but I think I've read things about like from generation, what is it? Um, from millennials onward, they seem the least prepared for retirement, you know?
Yeah.
So sadly enough, I have a Gen X wife, and she's stuck with a millennial husband who has no retirement. So hopefully she does. I'll live off her money. That'd be great. But what about this was another one that kind of hit me, and it's another deeper one, but I think it's kind of cool. Um, if you do everything, you're gonna miss everything. So like, if you have too much going on, and I call them 1980s parents, um, because they were busy, they were involved in a lot of stuff, and they missed a lot, you
Yeah.
know. And I think that was one thing that when I had a kid, I was like, I want to be determined to not miss anything.
Yeah.
You know, uh, but sadly, I feel like a lot of people learn that lesson maybe a little too late. And Emma, my wife, just jumped on and said she's mad because I called her old. Not old, baby. You're like a fine wine. You get better with age. That's what it is. You're fine wine. You ain't old. All right. So here's the last one that I could think of, right? That you become your parents. Like, so my parents always told me, like, there's a parent curse that they hope your children turn out just like you. And it's true. I feel like my daughter is a lot like me. Um, but they don't tell you the other curse, which is you become your parents. The amount of time I've caught myself quoting my dad or my mom drives me crazy. Like, so my dad always used to say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I'm like, what did that even mean? I don't know. Now all of a sudden I got a kid and I'm spouting this out. She's 3 years old, and all she hears is she wants to ride a horse. Like she didn't catch any of it. But that's it. Did your parents have anything like any habits or sayings or anything that you catch yourself doing?
Not necessarily sayings, but I do catch. I think I am, as much as I don't want to say it, I think I am a little copy. So I am a copy of my father. Not saying that it's a bad in a bad way at all, but with certain mannerisms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I always tell like Aria, my daughter, she's always like, I want to be just like you, mom. And I always try to tell her like, strive to be like better than me,
Mm-hmm.
Strive to be, not that I'm a bad person or anything, but just strive to be better, the best version of yourself you can. So
Yeah.
but I do agree with that I did pick up now more than ever. I see like, my dad's a big perfectionist, and so I see myself in certain aspects of that where my work has to be really like perfect or.
Yeah.
So definitely.
I feel like I hope my mom doesn't figure out how to watch this because I'm about to throw her under the bus. I love her. But I really hope she don't figure out how to watch this. So I've turned into a know-it-all. Like people are like, did you know? Yeah, I knew that. I didn't know nothing. I had and I'll catch myself. I'm like, why did I say I know? I didn't know. But I think it's just things that you grow up around, and as you get older, they just I don't know if it's comfort or what, but I notice those things come out more. Um,
Yeah.
which it's hysterical. It leads to a ton of hysterical moments. So, well, I appreciate you taking the time to jump on with us. Um, we'll try. We're gonna try and do another one next month. Well, if you guys have any great ideas of some fun subjects, these conversations are supposed to be fun. We want you guys to jump on and laugh. Have a good time. Uh, we also do other videos. I do other videos where I talk about the communities that I service as a realtor, cost of living series. You guys were probably looking for the Lake Mary video, tour of Lake Mary video that I promised you. It's coming. We just had a ton of stuff come up. So thank you for your patience. We'll get that out as soon as we can. And remember that video again. We're gonna tour some awesome businesses, but it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be dorky. It's gonna be nerdy. Don't sign in thinking it's gonna be something straightforward and dry. Um, is there anything you want to shout out? Any great local businesses that we got coming up that we can kind of give a pre-shout out to?
I'm actually heading to, I know in April I want to do a lot more small businesses featured. So I've got a few in mind, but this weekend I'm hoping, I know we've been dealing with a few personal stuff with family, but I'm hoping to get out to the Winter Park Farmers Market this weekend.
Oh, cool.
So hopefully we'll see some good stuff on there, and if anybody knows any stands or vendors that'll be out there, definitely reach out to us. We'd love to, feature you guys.
Yeah. So if you are a stand or a vendor at the Winter Park farmers market, please tag us, hashtag Migrate Orlando on Instagram, or you can go ahead and send us a message on Facebook or whatever. Either myself or Carolyn will get back to you. We love the community and we love the community we serve. So we really appreciate all of you for taking time and joining us tonight. We hope you all stay safe and thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Carolyn.